Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Young here, and today I'm back in another Fortnite video. And in today's video, I'm going to show you guys the #1 setting you guys should change that's going to help you guys improve your building, your editing, and also your aiming in this game. So if you guys are struggling and looking for some good setting changes, definitely stay to the end of the video because this setting is a must change if you guys feel like you're struggling in those areas, and I have a really good solution for it. And real quick, before we get into the video, I have a V-Buck giveaway. I give away 2,000 V-Bucks every single Friday. So if you guys want to take part in this giveaway and win some free V-Bucks, all you guys have to do is to drop a like on this video. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys do turn on post notifications so you guys get notified for every single new video. And when I announce the winners. And lastly, leave a comment down below of either your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN gamer tag, or Epic account, and you guys will be automatically entered into the next giveaway. And lastly, make sure you guys do support me in the item shop. All you guys have to do is go down to the bottom right, click on support a creator, type in creator code YoungHumor, and you guys will have me added and supported as a creator in the item shop. And alright guys, let's go right to the video. Alright, so in this video, like I said, I want to show you guys the #1 setting you guys should change, or at least give a look and attempt to try out, that I think is going to help you guys out a ton, whether you're looking to improve your building, your editing, or your aiming. So I feel like if you're struggling and you just want a quick setting change that might actually give you a big help. And this thing I've seen a lot of very good players and a lot of pro players use, and it happens to be very effective for at least me as well. So going into my settings, I'm going to show you guys the exact setting you guys want to change and really explain it so you guys can understand exactly what these settings do. So here, going into my settings, where you want to go is you want to go to the tab where you have all your binds. And once you're there, you're going to see all the binds that you have. But when it comes to your controller configuration or your controller input, now this one is a little bit interesting because when it comes to the Xbox One versus the PS4, it actually gives you a different feeling. So when you go down into the controller platform, as you see right under the controller on the screen, you have Xbox One and you have PS4. Now with the PS4 and Xbox, it feels different, like I just mentioned. When you're on PS4, things feel a little bit more tighter, they feel a little bit more stiffer, and on the Xbox, it gives you more of a looser, linear feel, and this will become very apparent if you guys switch between the two. So I've always played on Xbox. I actually bought a PS4 controller about a month ago, and I was trying it out on the PS4 configuration and the Xbox One configuration, and to be honest, I think it really comes down to personal preference. But like I said, if you are on PS4, I would definitely give an Xbox One a try, and when you're on Xbox, move it down to PS4. And even if you play on different controllers, it's not going to mess anything up. It's just going to be a different feeling. But like I said, it's going to be very, very apparent. So if you guys switch in between the different binds, you can really feel exactly how it is. And when it comes to the different controller figs, it's not going to be like if you switch between one or the other, you're going to instantly be like amazing at building. But you will see a noticeable difference on how it feels. So for example, if you guys feel like you're struggling with building and editing, I would probably recommend being on the Xbox One just because it gives more of a linear, smoother feel. Everything feels a lot crisper on it versus on the PS4 one, which could be a lot better if you feel like you're struggling with aim, you're missing a lot of your shots, because like I said, the PS4 configuration definitely felt it definitely felt a little bit more stiffer, which means it's a lot better when you're trying to aim. So I think it really comes down to your personal preference. So I would recommend giving them both a try, at least, building in creative, maybe trying to aim on some AIs or something like that, just to give a good feel of both of them, and then try to pick which one you feel like works best for you. So when it came to building and editing, like I said, I feel like the Xbox One was much better just because everything felt really smooth when it came to my builds and edits. Everything just really connected how they were, and it could just be muscle memory because I'm just so used to playing on the Xbox One. I played on the PS4 one too in this video, which you'll see in just a minute, and I was just as good as well. I wasn't like messing up all my builds or anything like that. So you can easily switch between the two, but like I said, you will definitely notice a difference in feeling. It's not just like a placebo, we're just like a little bit here and there. I mean, it is a noticeable change when you go between the two. So that's why I would recommend after this video trying them both out, seeing which one you like the best, and just I wanted to give my recommendations for that in this video. And I think it's important if you ever look to change any of your bind settings or what I have in this video, when you go to change anything, I think it's important to practice all sorts of movements, because some settings could be good for certain movements and some settings could be bad for others. So For example, you want to really try to practice building all sorts of ways. You want to practice different sort of movements, because sometimes on different sensitivities, it can feel really good if you move a certain direction, but when you go in the other direction, it sometimes just feels really rugged or really bad. So you want to try to change. So if you are looking to change any settings, you really want to get a feel for it, how it is in every aspect, building, editing, aiming, and everything in between, so you can really have a good idea on exactly the strengths and weaknesses of each sensitivity. So for example, if you play on a low sensitivity, it can be very good for tracking. You have a lot more control, but it can be a little bit more difficult if you're looking to flick shot, or if you're trying to build very quickly behind you. It can be a big problem. So you really just want to find and see exactly what the strengths and advantages of each setting is, so you can find the best settings that work for you. And for the past minute, these are me building with the PS4 configuration. As you can see, I'm still able to build extremely well. I didn't have any issues whatsoever, but like I said, you will definitely notice a big difference. And to be honest, I might actually change the PS4 configuration, just because I feel like my aim, after all these aim assist nerfs, they've nerfed aim assist like 4 times in the last month. I might actually put on the PS4 configuration to help me aim a little bit better, because like I said, it gives more of a rigid, more of a more strict type of feel when it comes to aiming, or when it comes to the movement that you have. It still feels like linear settings, but it feels a little bit more stiff, I guess, is the best explanation. It's kind of hard to explain, but it definitely feels like I'm able to aim and be a little bit more precise, a little bit easier, without having to go over to exponential settings. So I think the PS4 configuration can be very good for a lot of players. Like I said, I would try out both. I think it just comes down to the player, what their preferences are, and what they think is going to be working best for them. But when I tried out the two, I feel like I was a little bit more accurate on the PS4 one. But actually, I mentioned at the beginning, I felt like with building and editing, I felt like the Xbox One for me was definitely the best option to go. But for aiming, it was definitely the PS4 one, just because it felt a little bit more tight. I felt like I had a lot more control over my shot when it came to aiming down your sights, and also with my hip fire as well. I felt a lot more accurate. I feel like I was able to beat other players pretty easily. So I'm definitely going to give both these settings a try very soon, so I can really see which one's going to work best for me. Because like I said, I just found out about this maybe like a day or two ago. I was looking around my settings, and I felt like this was a huge difference. Because like I said, I did buy a PS4 controller about a month ago, so I had a feel on that versus this one. And I thought it was just the controller that on why it felt like a little bit different, but it was actually just the configuration that I had that made all the difference. So that's just a setting that I happen to see, I think is a really good thing to maybe change, that could give you a little bit of a boost. Like I said, when it comes to any settings change, it's not going to be like overnight you're going to be the best player in the game, but I feel like making a couple small subtle setting changes here and there can really make all the difference on your game. Just because, for an example, when it comes to using your shotgun, I mean, the smallest change is the difference between hitting a 200 shot with your shotgun and literally hitting a 30 damage shot. I mean, it is the smallest changes that can really make the biggest difference. And when it comes to games and hitting shots with your shotgun, I mean, hitting 30 damage is the biggest L ever. And if you were to adjust your aim just slightly and just be a slightly more accurate, you would have been able to hit 200 off the exact same shot. So making these small changes could really make a big difference and improve on your game. And if you guys are curious on what all my sensitivities and settings are, I kind of just showed you the setting that I have in this video that I think is the biggest one to change. But if you guys want to see the rest of my settings, at the very end of this video on the end screen, you guys can click on that and see my current settings, or probably have a card somewhere up on the screen. But you guys can see exactly what the settings I have if you guys are curious. If you guys want to run the settings that I have, or maybe just give them a try, like I said, at the very end, I will have my settings up on the end screen. You guys can click on it and see all the rest of sensitivities, binds, and pretty much just every setting that I have on in this game. And always my recommendation when you ever change your sensitivity, I always recommend just changing it little by little, because if you make too big of a change, it's just going to be really bad. It's going to be really hard to aim, and you're never going to find the perfect sensitivity. So if you guys do change your settings, like I said, I recommend just changing little by little, or maybe just dropping it down or up a couple points. That way you can get a feel for that, and if you feel like changing your sensitivity again, then you can change it from there. But like I said, changing it little by little is the way to go. But with that being said, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, if this video you guys find helpful, make sure you guys do drop a like, make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. Make sure you guys do put on post notifications so you guys can get notified for every single new video. And as well, I do live stream every single day here on this channel at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So if you guys haven't came by my live streams or just forgot when I stream, like I said, 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time every single day, or just slap on those notifications so you guys can get notified right when I go live.